Hello, this is Tim Sandlin from the 102nd Intelligence Wing Public Affairs Office, and today I'm meeting with Deb Antel, who is our personal financial counseling specialist. Is that what we are?
PFC.
PFC?
Not to be confused with private first class, but personal financial counselor.
Ah, fantastic. Well, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your background in finance.
Well, growing up, I discovered that I really loved money, and I didn't have a lot of it. So I started this journey with the insurance industry because I saw an ad in the paper, and I thought I could do that. So I started there by getting my insurance licenses, and when you start accumulating licenses, you have to do continuing ed credits, and I decided to give them a direction. So my direction to start with was an LUTCF, which means I know a lot, but it's a Life Underwriter Training Council Fellow. And again, you still have to continue to accumulate credits, and I liked the big picture, so I went for Certified Financial Planner, or CFP. And it was around that time that I parted ways with the insurance industry because there are insurance designations, but I decided to go broader.
Sure.
And when I finished that, I went to Cape Cod Bank and Trust Company, which is no more, but I wanted more experience in the trust area, which is part of the financial planning realm, and became a trust officer there and handled all of their retirement accounts, any retirement account that has been created by the government. So that goes from IRAs to rabbi trusts. And then from there, I went to TIAA CREF, which gave me a lot of experience in annuities and their product, which was a good thing because not a lot of people are well-versed on how TIAA CREF retirement plans work, but a lot of people have it because they take care of nonprofits, and a lot of your teachers and doctors in that education area fall into that box. And then I went on my own when I got my Master's of Science in Financial Planning and became a registered investment advisor. So I was able to manage people's portfolios and buy and sell and trade. So that's my background, very broad. I know a lot, as I tell everyone, but I don't know everything.
That's great. So what is personal financial counseling, the program here and the services you provide? What's that all about?
The biggest part is education, trying to educate people on how money works. So how do credit cards work? How do bank accounts work? How does my TSP work? And how does that work in with the retirement plans that either the military offers and or the technician area offer, so the federal retirement. So mainly education. Sometimes how do I spend my money?
Oh, sure.
And how do I hang on to it? I love telling people how they can keep as much money out of the hands of Uncle Sam as possible, lower your taxes. But that's mainly what I'm going to do here. I'm not allowed to give advice.
I see.
I can only educate people, and it's a very fine line that we walk.
Folks need to make up their own minds based on the information you provide.
Correct.
Great. The program here, what are some of the support and counseling services that you offer?
I offer whatever people want and or need. So it ranges from debt management. I am in a hole. Can you help me get out? And yes, I can. However, I don't have money to give you.
I see.
So
I
help.
think this interview is over, Deb. Just kidding.
I don't have a magic wand, which people think I do. So if
Sure.
they come to see me, they think all their troubles are over. And that could be true, but it takes a lot of hard work on their part. So I don't have to do the work, they do.
Sure.
And, that's not always a fun thing, certainly for the people that are coming to me against their will. But, it's necessary and it's eye-opening, and I think people can really get into it once they understand how money works. So that's a big part of it. But I can help people that, gee, I have more money than I know what to do with. Can you help me there? Sure. I still subscribe to Morningstar and other analyst newsletters and can help people with their investments. Again, I don't charge. It's all free. This is a wonderful benefit that the DoD provides for the military. When I was in my private practice, I charged $200 an hour, which my understanding is that's rather low these days. I think they charge more.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so definitely you provide a service that anyone who needs help in the financial arena should take advantage of.
And I hope they do.
Fantastic.
That's the fun part of the job.
Sure.
The paper trails are not fun.
No.
But everything I do with any people here is totally confidential.
Of course.
So any paper that I'm using is statistical purposes only for the DoD to decide whether or not they want to keep a position like this open.
Sure. Well, that's good to know, because I'm sure there are a lot of folks out there that hesitate because, financial difficulties are not, something they like talking about, I would imagine.
Yeah, whether it's good or bad, people don't like talking about their money.
Right.
How much they make and what they do with it.
Right.
It can be a difficult conversation.
Sure. I see you also offer training and workshops. What kind of workshops could you potentially offer?
I offer the broad brush, so budgeting, how I can develop a spending plan or plan to spend my money, how I can stay within my means. One that I think should be more popular is on TSP.
Oh, yeah.
What is this thrift savings plan? What does it mean? What's the difference between the various funds? And TSP is always evolving. Sometimes that certainly seems rather slowly, but a lot of people just recently would have received a letter concerning the new funds that they are introducing with the life cycle in the TSP. So TSP can be a big area of interest, but I'll help people with how to buy a car. Would I qualify for a mortgage? Should I refinance my mortgage right now? These times we're seeing particularly low interest rates. Is that something I can do or should do? How to read a credit report.
Oh.
Your credit score is a part of your identity that you really want to protect. And how do I do that?
How do you improve your credit report? I would imagine.
Exactly. The best tip, and it's so easy, is pay every bill on time, every time.
That's great advice.
Not advice.
No, not advice.
That's education.
That is education. So, anything else you want to talk about in terms of financial planning and counseling?
Well, one thing that I would say is my office is tucked away in a little corner that nobody really has to walk by. So sometimes people don't realize that I'm here, or they forget that I'm here. And so I do like to walk around, but right now we're being rather constrained from walking around.
Sure, with COVID.
So this is good to get the word out there that I am here, and I am easy to access, and I'm always available. So if any commanders want to or identify an issue within their group, I can put together a seminar, or I already have a seminar that we could do. And I find that that type of utilization is a little low out here, in that I don't seem to be doing a lot of group seminars or presentations. I would like to be able to do that. On the other hand, and there's so many other hands,
Sure.
I realize that a lot of people, it's one thing to sit in a group setting, but everyone thinks that they are the only ones with certain problems.
Sure.
And I'm certainly open for the one-on-one sessions. I am available also on drill weekends. So my times may vary because of the hours that I might work. So anyone can be in touch, and we can set something up that's mutually convenient at a place that works for us all. So people who don't necessarily live around the base, we can meet in a public spot off base that is easily accessible to a main road. And I've met at coffee shops, I like coffee, or libraries, a public area. I don't go to people's homes.
For folks that are on base, you're right here conveniently in the Wing Headquarters building in Building 170. And you've got your phone number here. I will list that, 774-205-5463 if you want to talk to Deb. Again, that's 774-205-5463. And what's your email address? Is that a good way for folks to get a hold of you?
Absolutely. And just to go to the telephone, I would please ask for people to leave a message.
Sure.
Sometimes people will call and not leave a message, but if I'm meeting with someone, I'm not going to answer that call right away.
Fair enough.
So leave a message. I will call back. Just call me. I'm not going to call later if people haven't left a message. My email is PFC for Personal Financial Counselor. So PFC4.ma.ang, Air National Guard, at Ziders.com. That's Ziders with a Z.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for sitting down and talking to me today, Deb. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tim.
And if you need or want Deb's services, please reach out to her. She can be a big help for you. And thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks, Deb.